just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you, they was blocking the shine. Now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to a new episode of TK's Chronicles of a Black Sheep, and I'm your humble host, TK. We have a group of VIPs and some special guests with us tonight. Definitely glad everybody can join. Nika Keith will probably try to join us later. So I know y'all look for those interesting descriptions of herself in her intro. So she's gonna be introless today. So let's get this show on the road. One of our favorites when it comes down to our honorary co-host. We got Honey in the house tonight. We got Kevo. He getting all these frequent miles with us. But we appreciate the love as always. And tonight we are collaborating.
This how he advertised to get his hoes on the side. He like, hey, check me out, bitch. You got me?
That's how we starting out tonight.
I told you I was on. I'm too old to be partying.
Yeah, we already see how this finna go. So we also have one of our doing a collabo tonight with one of our IG families. We got Big Smash with Bet the House podcast on with us tonight.
The only brother who don't know how to play spades. Only brother in the United States.
That's a credit card. Oh, what up? Y'all know, first of all, y'all 3 C's and my 3 C's is 2 different things.
How you know? So, we ain't never said what the 3 C's was.
Because I know mine is different.
I know you can't play spades, and we know you can't do that.
I live by 3 totally different C's. But man, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, I pay attention. I got my ears to the podcast world, man. So I think I have been trying to get one of these in with y'all forever.
Nah, it ain't been forever. It was been like 2 weeks, dude. Don't even try it. It was like 2 weeks. So it ain't been forever.
Sometimes.
In podcast years, that's like 2 years.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, we still some babies in the pond. So yeah, we ain't familiar with the podcast years yet. Just hit me here.
You know,
that's what's up.
But yeah, I'm Big Smash. I'm from Bet the House podcast. We do everything. We like the bad Public Enemy #1 right now, but we love it. Shout out to y'all for letting me come on and sprinkle my knowledge out here to the beautiful black chronicles of the Black Sheep. I like that, by the way. I like y'all intro too.
Thank you. My son does great work with our intros. We love him to death. He hooks it up.
Hey, that's me freestyling. You know that, right? Oh. Listen to it. Me freestyling. Yeah, I got bars.
You sound like J. Cole. That's what's up.
I got bars. Yeah, I am. You ain't know that? I'm J. Cole's twin.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that part alone.
We got the same barber.
He's sleepwalking again.
Yeah, obviously he didn't bump his head in the midst of sleepwalking. So yeah, sir, you gonna give your intro since you got all that other going on?
Oh, okay. What it is. What it do? What it be? It's the one DA. Everybody know me as a troublemaker. The devil advocate. The guy who thinks outside the box, inside the box, and all around that mother. Okay, y'all got the picture. It's me.
Somebody is extra as fuck today.
I ain't had no sleep. I told you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we already said what we're doing.
Oh yeah, this gonna be fun. Don't even worry about it. This gonna be fun. I already know how this finna be.
Okay. All right.
I ain't no sleep. I ain't have my pancakes either. So who is about to eat?
Darian Wayne.
Yes, ma'am. She called me by my government. Hold on, you know I got warrants. You can't be doing that.
She definitely called you by your government, man.
You
know?
Think of the episode.
Is there a reward for the warrant?
You turning folks in, Smash?
I mean, technically, you know, we ain't cool, tight, so it ain't technically snitching. So
listen,
if it's a reward, then you know.
Yeah, you can always put something on his books.
Yeah, I put some money on your books. Take care of the children, send them something, you know. Show my support.
We cool, and if he ain't turned in by 9, ain't no reward.
I'm about to go looking myself, but yeah. So
how we rolling?
I mean, you know, it's like finders keepers. Like sometimes some stuff fall in your lap. It's like that blessing.
That blessing in the skies.
Yeah, you know, hey, you know, it's just what it is.
Glory. So what's the topic for today?
All right, topic for today is the 3 C's of parenting. So we know everybody on here is a parent. So we know the journey on this wonderful world to parenting ain't easy. And we encounter some bumps in the road. Yeah. And then, you know, social media got all they little things on what they think is this and how should this be handled and all that.
Okay, let's talk about social media first. Let's talk about that first. I'm still trying to understand how you got all these experts who ain't got no goddamn kids trying to tell you how to raise your kids.
Facts.
You got
the ones who let money raise their kids. And nannies and things like that want to try to tell you how to raise your kids.
Yeah,
you know, like you don't even raise your kids.
Or you got non-melanated that's not in the culture telling you how to raise your kids from their perspective.
Oh shit! Oh Lord.
And then you got the club mommies.
Oh,
and daddies.
So
grandmama, daughter, and mama all go to the same club.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all coming out dirty today.
It ain't dirty. It's the truth.
These are facts.
It's true. But then you know you also got that mama that all her kids is in CPS custody. Her grandmama got them, and she trying to tell you what to do too. So,
or you got the parents who's better step parents than they are parents.
Got you.
That too.
Look, I'm out. Look, I'm out.
Shots fired.
Yeah. So we gonna go ahead and I guess gonna hit this first C since Smashed and went that route. So that first C is custody.
Oh, I was about to say concussion.
I was about to say child support.
Oh,
that's one of the C's though. That is one of the C's.
Okay.
Cost.
Mine was child support, credit, and college. Them the 3 most important C's for me right now. I'm running your credit up. Child support is over with at 18. And at 18, you also got to get out of my house and go to college and do something. So yeah.
Oh, let's hold on. Pause.
Oh, there go that generational curse.
All day.
That generational curse.
They gotta kick the kids out of 18.
Wait, D. Don't do it. I see your face. You about to reel them in.
Okay, go ahead.
No, reel me in. Hey, reel me in.
Because he's gonna take you down the rabbit hole. We gotta stick to custody because he's gonna take you down a motherfucking rabbit hole. Like a deep ass hole.
I got a flashlight. It's cool.
Understand. I
got a flashlight and a butcher knife. It's all right. Whatever's in that
Lord,
rabbit hole,
a butcher knife.
get caught.
Oh Lord!
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can Google CPS.
So, my question is for custody. One, does it depend? Wait, who do you feel is best suited for custody? And part B to that is, does it matter if the child is a girl and a boy on the custody?
Who you asking it to?
That's everybody across the board.
Hey, listen, I picked some good mothers to have kids with. I got four baby mothers.
God damn.
I picked some. As far as being a parent,
you really did bet the house, didn't
you? One of them C's stand for can't pull out.
Right.
They very good mothers. We might not like each other outside of that, but they're very good mothers. So we have this thing where there is, they try to stay in their lane as mothers, and they let me rock as a father. They don't, try to overdo their part. They know, because I have 9 children, and 8 of those children are boys. 8 of those children are boys. So they know, as my sons get older, that it's not really a whole lot of teaching them how to be a man that they can do. So they kind of stay out my way and let me rock.
So let me ask you,
as go ahead.
You got 8 boys and a girl.
8 boys. Yep.
Where does the girl sit in the boys?
She is
in the middle.
She's the 4th oldest.
Okay. I feel sorry for her. Called Hill. Whoever she was fucking with called Hill.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Because my thing is, and the crazy thing is, all her brothers are like super protective over her. So she's 9. She really doesn't have too much freedom because they own her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As they should. But I think, like I said, their mothers kind of stay out the way. Now, in the early years, I would probably tell you that they were the better parents for them, because I was still out here grinding. I was trying to get it. So with all these kids, see, I got 2 kids a month apart. So I really didn't have time.
You had time.
Yeah, you had time.
If you ain't had shit up, you had time.
Woo! See, listen, man, I was working 2 jobs with 3 kids, 2 on the way. I was working 2 jobs. So it was like, man, I paid the bills. I took care of the kids when I could. And, you know what I'm saying, we had a stable place. We had a stable home. And I think that was the most important thing. I didn't want to raise my kids from home to home. I didn't want to do the whole, okay, we ain't together no more, so we're going to get them on the weekend. I'm going to take them this week. I didn't want to do all of that. So a lot of times I ended up with 3 kids with the same person. And a lot of times we would just stick together. We wouldn't even do the separating and all that. We just felt like it was best for us to stick together, because it seemed to us every time we tried to get away, here comes another kid. So it was like, we just gonna try to stick it out and work it out until that one moment we was just like, nah, this ain't working. We got to go ahead and let it go. So honestly, it does depend on boys and girls. I think boys are a lot better with the fathers, and the daughters are a lot better with the mothers. But me personally, I take them both. I'm glad I only got 1 daughter, because I don't think I could handle anybody else, another girl, especially if they're like her. Like, she has a temper out of this world, and I'm cool. And it's my fault, because I used to always tell her yes. Anytime somebody else told her no,
daddy's little girl.
Anytime she would flat out tell them, you could tell me no, but my daddy gonna tell me yes. And it just so happened that I heard her when she said this. And I was like, oh, so that's what you think this is. Okay. Well then now I gotta just show you that this is equal opportunity over here. Because her brothers couldn't get away with nothing. And she was right. So yeah, I think it all depends on the gender of the child.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Thank you.
No.
I knew that was coming.
No.
Go ahead.
I mean,
if you're a boy or a girl, now I do agree with you that a woman, I do agree with you in part. There are some things that a man may be able to teach his son, but there are a lot of single parents in the world where there's only a mother, and that boy grows up to be nothing less than a man, and he may or may not have had a father figure in his life. Could he have had some added values in his life if he had a positive father figure in his life? More than likely, but I don't think that's a necessity. Two, I don't think I think to me it's just a more mentally stable parent. I don't give a fuck about the money. If one parent makes more than the other, I think it more so determines like the more mentally stable parent.
Well, what if they both stable?
Right. If they both stable, it's always joint custody. I live in Florida, so there's joint custody given unless you can prove one parent is unfit. That's the only time they'll give you one parent full custody over the other.
Yeah, I ain't had time to go through all that with the courts. I felt like these people wasn't laying down with us when we made these kids. I'm not gonna give them control and the power to tell me, because 9 times out of 10, in Chicago and Illinois, which is a woman and child state, they're gonna run with the women's side anyway. So it was like, no, we're not standing in front of no judge. You're not gonna tell us how to raise our kids and how to live our life. We have an issue, we're gonna settle it up together. I ain't gonna let the man. Yeah, I ain't gonna let the man tell me how to be a father, how to be a parent. That was my whole thinking, my whole process.
I don't think that's bad, but I also think sometimes the parents are not looking at the benefit for the child. They're being selfish and looking at themselves. And sometimes you have a grudge here, or they don't want to do something because that's my baby. You can't tell. It's not always amicable between the parents. So sometimes you need a third party.
This is true.
But I do understand, they ain't lay down and help you make them. You shouldn't be putting people in your business. I kind of believe the same thing when it comes to marriage. Yeah. So I definitely can see your point of view on that one.
All right. So Kev, what you got?
Honey and my man down there both brought up valid points. I know my mom raised 4 boys, okay? And she did a great job. Now, somewhere in between, it was a man involved. My grandfather was involved with the discipline part. But like I said, for the most part, my mom was there for the discipline part and the advice part and everything else, in between. So I think she did a wonderful job. And as far as my son, Honey was saying stable. Man, my ex-wife, she's only stable with my son. And I'm shocked with that. Her family has a history of mental illness. So with my son, she knows she got him. It calms her down. It keeps her teetering.
Balance.
Until that one side is to balance. Yeah, there you go. Balance. But she's doing a good job with him. So I have no problem with that. But like you said, the money part, man, she wanted the money. Oh yeah, she wanted the money bad. So now she's getting it, and that's what she wanted.
Okay. DW.
Custody, DW. Custody.
I know. What I was about to say is, I all that. I think all that shit don't matter. It just depends on the child. And the reason why I say that is because you can see a kid that grew up in a crack house, and turn out good. You can see a kid that grew up in multi-million-dollar estates and shit, and turn out fucked up. I think it's just the personality of the kid. Like that, once the kid makes up in their mind what they're gonna do, it don't matter who has custody. It doesn't matter. Like example, everybody know about what's the name? Blindside. They tried to make it like, oh, once he got in a stable environment, he became this all-American, all-world football player. Nah, he already had the mindset. He just didn't know where to go and how to put it to work. So I don't think the custody plays too much of a role in it. Does it help? Yes. It helps. It can help change the possible trajectory or help the person understand.
Then it plays a part though.
To an extent, but it's not the full. It's not like it has to be set in order for that child to thrive. That's what I'm trying to say. It don't have to be set. The whoever has that child could be batshit crazy, and that child still turn out to be a Rhodes Scholar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I always say, examples, because that's what I grew up. I grew up in the crack era. I seen plenty of kids living in the house, single parent. The parent is either on crack or in and out of jail for selling crack, and they turned out shit better than me. And I'm just like, and I ain't doing that bad. So yeah. So I don't think custody plays a role. Now, when it comes to custody, I think custody has been weaponized.
Yeah.
I'm sure that custody has been weaponized.
Oh, absolutely.
When you got that bitter individual, whether it's male or female, and they're hanging it in the other person's face, like, oh, you can't see your kids until you do X, Y, Z, or you got to see me before you see your kids. Nah, that's my angst with it.
I think that should be held against them.
Yeah,
I've definitely been there.
Against them?
Huh?
Yep.
You said you should be held against them?
Yeah, I absolutely think that should be held against them. That your child is not a prop for you to get more money. I mean, I'm watching a little episode of this court system, and the dude was paying child support, was helping. He was trying to get custody of the child. The woman decides to stop working. She go live with her mama. Then she wants him to pay even more money because she doesn't want to work.
Yeah, I'm a prime example of that. My wife was like that.
I already know.
That reminds me of Black China who got her kids for one day out the week, but
that part
she need more child support.
That part. That's honestly, that is where this topic came from, because I saw both of the responses where she complained that neither one of her baby daddies was paying child support, but they paying $37K, $40K for their education. Durian.
I know. I'm fidgety. I'm fidgety right now. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So this is, like I said, that's where it came from. They paying $37,000 and $40,000 for their education. They're buying clothes. They're feeding them. They paying for the extracurricular activities. And then on top of that, they're with them 6 days a week. But you got one freaking day, and you complaining that you didn't have to go sell 3 cars to take care of your kids.
Why
you can't take care of your kids for one day? Then you don't need them at all.
Sure don't. She don't even need custody of them at this point. She need visitation
at all.
Exactly.
No.
That one day is rough on her, man.
Man.
Because she don't know her kids. That's why.
She be only fanning it out 6 days a week. It's tiring,
So here's my thoughts on that. Here's my thoughts on that whole Black China shit. That is she is a product of what the system has created. She is, and she's an example of weaponizing the custody. Because if we really look at the law, she is the person who's supposed to be paying child support, not them.
The laws are different in every state, though.
But she's still supposed to. I can't even talk. Whoever the child spends the most time with is the person that's supposed to receive, what they call it, custodial, financial, whatever, blah 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 blah. So if she only got the child 1 day a week, she lucky. She might want to keep her damn mouth shut.
Yep.
She turn around and come for her.
Does it come back and bite her?
I want to just make one point, one observation. Where the hell Nicki Pink come from with this little twirl on the side? You know, she got her little hair done and this twirled on the side like that, like she just came from a photo shoot.
Ma'am, I just slid in here and we on the topic. I'm just
we saw you. We saw you.
You don't even see me.
I
miss you though. I miss you. I'm glad you're here.
We'll talk about it later. I'm just saying I feel like we came off a date. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Your hair's nice.
Thank you.
So, Pinks, would you like to join in on the question?
Oh shit! What are we talking about? That woman that's getting them extras and complaining.
Yeah, we talking about her. So we talking about custody basically, and who should be that person to get custody, and if it matters whether if it's male, if it's a girl or a boy.
Oh. My opinions on that got to do with a couple of different things.
I think it's just more the best interest for the kid too. You know? I kind of felt like by my first kid, I felt like, nah, we got to do this together. But by the time my third kid hit, I was like, yo, this shit is easy. This shit easy. I don't need you around. And now now kid number 9 is the last one. I'm done. Maybe.
Now that ain't what you said the other night.
Maybe.
That ain't what you said. You said 5 more. You know I'm gonna call you on it because you said 5 more.
Every time this man say he got 9 kids, I swear it flares up my acid reflux.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey,
shit,
listen.
I'm barely making it
Fuck that. So, no, listen. I found a woman that wanted to marry me, knowing that I had 7 kids. So she had twins, so that's where the other 2 came in from. So
you want to have your 2?
Huh?
So you want to have 2 of your own with her? So that'll make
we gonna shoot for 5 more.
See, there you
I
go.
bet you are gonna shoot. I bet you are gonna shoot for 5 more.
Oh shit!
And look.
Wait, I got a question in because I jumped in late. Maybe this been asked already. You mean to tell me y'all be having 9 kids plus y'all in the house at any given time?
No, we mostly have all 9 of them together in the summertime. Now, because of COVID and everything, when everything was shut down, yeah, we had 9 running around the house at one time. But then after COVID, 5 of my kids live in Chicago. And then we got the 2 twins here. We got the 2 twins here. I got a son in South Dakota, and then I got 2 boys in Milwaukee. So I be moving around. I be every other weekend, like I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago, I'm in Milwaukee, or I'm in South Dakota a lot. I be moving around quite a lot.
Okay, cool business. And see, Boss Lady is in the comments, and she said, "Yeah, you did say 5 the other night." So we
baby. That's gonna be a whole little football team right there. That's gonna go in, and you just rotate them out. But that's good. You can do it because, baby, my 3 be having me ready to stroke the fuck out. No way.
I think it's just because the only time that we really had issues was when we first got married, and then we had 9 kids in the house because I had custody or whatnot. and I had to go to work. And then that was the only time it was an issue because she was about ready to pull up to the job and just start throwing kids out like, hey, this ain't gonna work. So I made sure that she was stocked up with wine, you know, during those times because she was
damn.
because she was gonna need.
That y'all had y'all on daycare while you playing. She just should have tried to hook that up with the government as a provider and wrote that and get that money, had that income coming in.
Ooh,
So,
I commit. I just want to go on here and give it up to her because, like, that's some, yeah, and you better have locked that down, yes, sir.
You sound like
you
remind.
I
You
had
kind of remind.
I could.
You kind of remind me of Peter Guns now, man.
Oh shit,
Peter. Every time he sneezed, he had a baby.
But you know what? You really can't beat a man up just because he has a lot of kids, as long as he's taking care of them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So the fact you got 9, 10, 11, 12, however many, he's taking care of them, then there shouldn't be anything too much said besides, you know, damn, like, then your pull-out game is fuck.
I definitely listen though. 5 of the kids was playing, so it was like I could have prevented that, but it was like, shit, we here now, YOLO. Whatever happens, happens. We gonna make it work.
No, that's not a YOLO.
So
all right.
So let me ask you this: when it comes to your 9 kids, you had an agreement with each of the baby mamas that you'll do, like it was set up, like you didn't have to.
All right, so when COVID hit and the kids was doing the online, the home school, it was like, okay, listen, now I get to save some money because we was renting cars and we was spending a lot of money going back and forth to Chicago. I was going there like almost every other weekend or every weekend. So it was like, okay, so listen, for the rest of the school year, you know, because twice they shut the schools down. For the rest of the school year, it was like, you know what? I'm going to just take them. That way they give you time to do your thing. And, you know, I can stop having to make all these trips. And I think what it is they needed a break. So they was more than willing to do that because it gave them a break and it gave them a chance. Because like I said, I have children's mothers who are pretty good parents, you know, so I never wanted to take their time away from them. But when I say, hey, I'm pulling up, I'm finna get them, shit, they damn near on the curb waiting. Suitcases, book bags, everything. We not finna put up a fight because they know that my kids are gonna be in good care. I take care of them. They not being starved. My wife treats them very well. They all in good accord with her. So it was easy for them to say, yeah, you go ahead on. And plus they're young. They're not young, but they want to still live life and go on trips and do all this other stuff. So if a man say, yeah, I'll take them, come on. I mean, what woman gonna be like, nah, that's okay. I'm cool, you know, so hey.
So how did your kids do with the online thing since they was here but they go to school in Chicago?
You can pretty much do online anywhere as long as you had, because they gave you.
No. I'm saying how did they do with the schoolwork? They kept up with their schoolwork good and got good grades and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not playing about school because, like I said, when you turn 18, I need you to have good grades and everything. Because the day you turn 18, we having a get out my house party. So I told my oldest, he 15. I said, you 3 years away, Chief.
This man he can't play spades. I don't even know. I don't even want to go through the next 2 C's because he's gonna give me a stroke.
Yeah, so by the way, we're gonna go ahead and get that second C started. So that second C,
Okay.
of course, is child support.
Woo!
Mm.
First of all,
And we
who pays
all
Dang.
I mean, out of the guys
experience
up here, do
child
all of y'all
support.
play child support?
I did until I got
Okay.
custody of my until I got custody of him.
I pay
Yeah.
child support for just my oldest. My oldest.
I-
Everybody else, I'm good.
I stopped paying child support when my son was 15 or 16.
How are y'all managing not to play child support?
I got
Because I
custody of
take,
Well, I
And
know
I
you
take care
have.
of my
I know
kids.
you do. I know you have custody of your
Like I-
son.
him.
I
Well, he
take
grown
care of
now.
my kids. Like when they need something, they get it. We not
That
finna.
shit don't always work.
Listen, no, it worked. It worked for me because my oldest son, his mama, we broke up. She decided I'm making too much money, so we got to do something. We got to figure it out. Now, my thing was this: like, I got no problem doing that. Like, even when they did put me on child support, I was like, okay, cool. But then I know dudes out here that are super bitter. Like, okay, I'm on child support. Don't ask me for shit else. Whatever the state giving you, that's what they giving you. Me, I was different. Like, I still give money. Like, I'm still gonna give you money. That's still my son. I mean, this little bit of money is just insurance. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good because that's how it goes. But my other kids' mothers, has it been threatened because they couldn't get what they wanted? Yes. But did it actually follow through? Absolutely not, because we are living in the Cash App era. You know what I'm saying? We are living where we got receipts. We are living where we have receipts now. Like, hey, Judge, Your Honor, here is every receipt, every dime, everything I've ever sent. Here's the reason why I sent this.
Yeah.
Kid shoes, kid clothes. I make sure in that note, I let you know what this is for. Because the minute you try that,
Right.
oh, Your Honor, check this out. I send money every week, faithfully. No nonsense. So it's like, yeah, we are living in that era now. Back then, we didn't have Cash App and receipts and all that stuff. So it was like, yeah, but I think child support is not a bad thing. We talked about this the other day. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think as long as it's being used for the right purposes, I don't care. Child support it's not for you to go get your nails done and your hair done.
That's
And,
self-care. That's self-care, sir. That's self-care. That's equivalent to that
has
wine.
nothing to do with the child.
Yes, it does. Because mental health,
How?
you got to be mentally stable to take care of these kids.
I don't got nothing to do with that, though. that doesn't benefit the child. How is you getting your hair done benefiting the child?
One
I
moment.
don't know why I'm talking shit. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I would say on that one, my 2 cents is if you were supposed to take Lil John and buy Lil John some new shoes, and I got to come out of my pocket and pay for it today, which causes me to have to wait to get my hair done, and that child support check come, I'm going to get my hair money out of that. Why not?
Listen,
hell no. See,
what
okay,
what if you got the money, right? What if you got the money?
Hey,
you got the money, and you got brand new Jordans on, but you buying your kids Walmart shoes.
Thank you.
Is that what the child support is for?
Thank you.
That's something totally different.
No, it
I
ain't.
think that's different. I think that's different.
That ain't different.
Yeah,
I think it's different. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind this one back a little bit too, because my kid. Let me tell you something. My 5-year-old, and I don't wear Jordans. I'll put that out there. My 5-year-old don't give a fuck about Nike. He don't give a motherfucker about a Nike. This nigga got Nikes for days, and he don't only care about them Paw Patrol light up shoes.
But okay,
If he wear his Paw Patrol light up shoes, damn it, if I'm wearing Nikes and he got his Paw Patrol 2 pair of versatile light up shoes, them his shoes, that's what he want.
He's supposed to be fly like you though.
No, you want him to be fly.
And mess
you
up
want him to wear that.
Say what?
I said they want them to wear name brand, just like you said. Children don't care nothing about labels. As long as they are clean and clothed, there shouldn't be an issue. Just like she said, my son used to get J's. Now when he was younger, he used to get J's, all kind of nice shoes. While he's dressed in a T, every fucking pair of white shoes destroyed. My son don't care nothing about no label. He'll go to the store and pick a rainbow colored shoe with Velcro straps and be happier than his dad trying to put him in a $200 J that he don't even know the value of. Take that $200 instead of buying them J's, buy some stock in Nike and go to the store and send his ass to whatever goddamn he ain't gonna say Walmart, but whatever shoe store and buy him a regular pair of fucking shoes that he likes.
Let me say this. What about this? Because I've seen this happen. You get child support money, and then you buy yourself steaks and lobsters and all that type of shit, and you over here feeding the kids noodles and shit with the child support money.
I definitely have a
problem
with
that.
With the child support money.
I've seen that. Now with you, I'm definitely with you on that. Working with kids, I didn't see a lot of fuck shit with their parents. We had a parent, she had 6 kids. Her kids, hair wasn't combed. The little girls and them hair coming out because she just threw a perm on and wasn't keeping it combed. Then the boys needed haircuts. They shoes is talking, but her and her new boo of the season had J's on.
Bingo.
Her nails was done, and she had new tattoos, but her kids look like crap. Now that I have an issue with. Now agreed again with you. The food part. You getting food stamps, but you selling your stamps, but you and your boyfriend eating steaks and your kids is eating noodles and cereal. I have a problem with that too.
I'm telling
now,
you.
number 3, I'ma say, is when it comes down, if I was getting my hair, my nails done before this kid came, my hair and nails shouldn't be equivalent with that child support check because I work and bust my ass just like anybody else.
Bingo. Talk to him.
See, that's the problem right there. Like the that's why I said earlier, this stuff has been weaponized because again, you got people getting upset about getting a certain amount of money they think that they should get for raising a child, and like we all said it, everybody said the same thing. A kid don't give a damn how they look. If you let your child just dress himself, that child will have on 5 different colors, 4 different brands, and whatever. But the problem is, you got greedy people out there that don't wanna take responsibility or be responsible. Like, hey, I still have a household to maintain. My issue with it was the fact that, and this is still, as you can see, this is a hot topic for me because the shit still pissing me off.
I know.
The fact that you get child support for 1 child, but you use it for 3 or 4.
Fact.
That's not.
I don't like that either. I don't like that. I don't like that shit either.
I gotta say.
And then it comes down to the point where the child is 4 gets the fucking leftover.
Yeah.
And that's why I say this is a hot topic for me. And that's why I say I'm on one because this shit is the shit that I lived through for 15 years.
Now listen, I feel bad for the other kids. I do.
I don't.
If them are not my kids, my child support shouldn't go to them kids.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I feel for them.
Right.
I wish they did step up. I do.
Exactly.
But my job is to take care of mine.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
And let me offer to say, hey, by the way, let me get the other 2, 3, 4 something, which I have done.
I feel like if you paying though, then that mother should have extra money that she should be able to allocate to the other kids.
Her money.
You taking care of that one.
Her
but
money.
The child support that you're getting for some, like you getting child support for your baby, that money should go toward him. His needs, his wants, whatever you need to take care. Your money that you go to work for, you spend on your other 2 or your other 3, however many you got. But I do understand sometimes that's not how things work. The other, fathers may not be stepping up. So you have to stretch that money And sometimes, like Dee said, unfortunately, that child that does get the child support falls short. But I feel like I do know some single parents that make that work. And that child that does get child support, they're not one for anything. She has to make that one child support stretch through, 2, 3, 4 kids. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, D. But sometimes it's a circumstance.
And I know I can understand that. I got it. If everybody is like,
yep,
okay, I'm gonna just keep it 100.
But
so
this is why another reason why I'm glad I don't have to deal with them people, because now it's like I know directly where my money is going. I know what it's being used for. I know, anytime because now my kids call me, hey Dad, I need this. Can I get this? Can you send me some money for this? They know how to call me. Like, I don't even really too much exchange money with the mamas because my kids are old enough to know what they want. They're old enough to speak for themselves. So what it is now, it's like, I'm going to send you the money and you make sure whatever they asking for, they get, because if they don't get it, they'll call and let me know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm glad we have that arrangement. It's rough. Child support, I'm not afraid of child support. I feel like if you need child support to pay the bills in your house, pay the rent, light bill, gas bill, all that stuff is accordance with taking care of the child. Mm-hmm. So I'm not mad at that. But if you got new outfits, new shoes, and new things like this, and I know you didn't have this before this money came, and my kids have nothing, I know we got a problem, sweetheart. Let's talk about it. We got a problem.
Let me ask the guys this question. You paying child support, for your kid, the whoever your baby mother has, other kids in her household, right? Your statement is that money should be going to your kid and your kid alone. Let's say you dating a woman with kids too. So now if you and that woman live together, of course her kids live with you. So you are technically taking care of her kids too. So what's the difference between you taking care of kids that ain't yours in your household and her allocating that money she getting to other kids in her household that ain't yours?
I can speak on that. All right, so my oldest son, mom had another son after him. Okay. Me and Buddy didn't get along. So when Buddy exited stage left, he completely cut her off. He wasn't dealing with the kid, he wasn't dealing with her, none of that. So naturally, you feel bad because the kid did nothing wrong. The kid had nothing to do with this. So there would be times I'd be like, hey, if you need something for him, because I know the father wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Give me the opportunity to offer. Now, listen, I got married. She had the twin boys. Okay, naturally, yes, any kid in my vicinity, I'm supposed to take care of. That's my vicinity, though. I'm in the house. I'm taking care of them. I'm no longer in that house over there.
But them ain't your kids.
But if you're married, technically, yeah, I'm your kids.
Well, yeah, if you're married, you're obligated to take care of those kids. I see that. Okay.
But I'm not in that household anymore. Now, if I was in that household with you, because yes, my last kid mother had 3 kids before me, and I helped raise them kids. But once we separated, it was like, okay, that's no longer my concern. My concern is my kids, mine. And I think a lot of people do that, still tend and take care of the kids even after a situation. It depends on how the situation ended. If it ended bad, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the business to help take care of your kids anymore. That's not my job. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to him about that. But the difference is I'm in this house. Even if I wasn't married and we're together, I'm in this house. That
don't make no difference if you're not married. Those are not your obligations, sir. You can go somewhere with that one.
Why not?
You're not because you're not. That's not your responsibility. That's not your a wife.
As long as I'm taking care of mine, it doesn't matter. You
But
know,
if y'all together, you helping
if
her
I got
take care
extra
of her
money,
kids.
go ahead.
You
If I got extra money to take care of those kids, as long as it don't take away from mine, it should be all good.
So what?
As long as it don't take away from mine.
What's the difference of her doing the same thing in her household? As long as it's not taking away from your child that you have with her, why is it a problem if she allocate?
It is if you're taking money that I have to pay, that I have to work hard. I have to work hard for them to take this money to take care of this kid.
No, you messed up with that one.
So
you messed up with that one, bro. That don't work.
So
well,
here's the issue I got. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, what's the issue you got?
So here's the issue I got with it. I'm not complaining that she used my money to take care of the other kids. I'm complaining about the level of how she took care of the other kids versus my kid.
Bingo.
If the money that you use, that I give you, because okay, I was paying $700 a month in child support. All right. If the other two kids, their wardrobe is better than the kid is supposed to have the money, to me that's a problem.
Bingo.
If the other two kids have stuff that's, and I know it's being bought with my money because she ain't got no job, have stuff that's better than the child that the money's for, I have a problem with it. Now, if it's
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say she got older kids. They 16, 15, 16 years old. Okay, let's say they in high school or whatever, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in there.
You finna, yeah.
Okay, so listen to me. Hear me out.
Okay.
At that age, they may want, polo. Let's just throw that out there, okay? So if you are 15, 16 years old, you can take care of those clothes. You can take care of some J's, okay? But if you have a 4 or 5-year-old by you, I'm not putting a 4 or 5-year-old in no goddamn polo or no goddamn J's because they can't take care of that shit. Now I would have them dressed.
I don't have no problem with that.
But they're not gonna be looking like the older kids.
But hold on, wait, pause. Since you want to throw age out there, the oldest child was mine.
Oh, I'm not saying. That was just a
generic. No. That's what I'm saying. So to add context to it, I got what you're saying. If it's like that, okay, I might say, all right, I have an understanding because as they get older,
a man that works hard, for his kid priorities should matter first. You know what I'm saying? The kid that he actually created matters first. Now, if you have a couple of dollars left over and you need to do something for the other kids, I don't mind that, but that's not every damn child support check. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. But I believe, again, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for my kids, it doesn't matter what I do for any other kid that's technically not mine. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter as long as mine is straight. Long as when you call me and say, hey, your son need this, and I can't sit here and say, well, damn, I did get the other kids some stuff, so I ain't got no money for that right now this time around. As long as I don't say that, it should be all good. From my point of view.
Well, you go the whole thing about that, because when I met my ex-wife, she already had 2 girls. As time went on, I was help, take care of them, because at one point, we were all living together. We was living together. So I didn't want the kids to feel like I didn't like them, or the mother to feel like that I wasn't gonna accept them, So my son came along. Well, everything was still hunky dory, my son, I'm taking care of him. I'm bringing money into the house, and then when the bottom fall out, You know, she called herself up and moving to Atlanta. And now keep in mind, 3 days before she was called herself going to Atlanta, she got a disability check for my son. She got a lump sum. She got $3,000. $3,000. If she would have left with that, she would have been cool. Her and the kids would have been cool. But no, this Negro spent every last damn dime on bullshit. I asked her, what did you do with all that money? Oh, well, I bought a trampoline and the girls a big dollhouse. And I'm like, trampoline? I'm like, you taking a trampoline with you? No, it's in storage. The dollhouse is in storage too. And then I did this, and then I did this, and then I got our bus tickets. And then I was just like, wow. So you spent $3,000. So here I am a week after my first week of training at Public Storage, I got $175 check, and here I am giving her half of it so that they can have something to eat on their way going down there. Now, when they get down there, of course, they ain't gonna have nothing, no extra money, because I know her. She been spent something stupid on the way down there. Her big thing was when we was living together, she would get her paycheck, and here she go buying CDs and DVDs. And I'm like, why the hell is she buying this stuff? And we got other bills. We got other bills that need to be paid. And I'm like, you know what? This is a whole bunch of BS. And then so now, fast forward to her being gone down in Atlanta. The stuff that I wanted to get my son, I got for him. If I wanted him to have Nikes or Reeboks or Levi's or whatever, I bought it for him. Now, don't get me wrong. Around Christmas time, I send the girls. I do for the girls too. But any other time of the year, I do for him. And then at one point, when I was going before the judge, and she was getting child support. Every time around Christmas, I stopped sending him. I was like literally buying this stuff for him, packing it up in big boxes, and this shit cost me almost $100 to get down there in time for Christmas. That's what I was doing for him. But then when I found out some other stuff she was doing, I said, I'm not giving her no more. I wouldn't send her no money ever. It would be either I buy the stuff or I send a gift card. I wouldn't trust her. But it was mostly me buying the stuff and sending it down there. And then when I went down there one time, to pick my son up and to pick my stepdaughter up, because the oldest stepdaughter was out of the house. She was like, she told me, matter of fact, when I called her and told her 11:30 at night, I was like, man, I'm on my way down there. She was like, on your way down here? Well, I'm out on a date or whatever and something. And I was like, okay, cool. She was like, well, you can't come get him. I said, I'm on my way down there. I'm not at the doorstep. I was like, all right, bye. So then when I got down there and I came in, I said, all right, kids, I'm going to get ready. My son autistic. So his sister gone and get him dressed. She got herself dressed. And then I was like, y'all ready? She said, yeah, we ready. She told me, you think you could take me over here to Walmart to go get some groceries? I looked at her. I said, when you on a date last night? I said, why you ain't tell him to take you to Walmart? Walmart open 24 hours. Or she was so damn mad, she said, I think food more important than clothes. And I said, I think me spending as much time with my kids as possible is more than you getting food in the house. You will get that. Oh, you been walking. Oh, she was real heated. And I did exactly what I do when I went down there to go see them. I take them shopping. I buy them everything, head to toe. Shoes, socks, clothes, shirts, underwear, whatever. I bought them that, and then we spent the night in the hotel, had fun talking or whatever, and joking and laughing. And the next morning, get ready to take them back. They had on their new stuff, and my stepdaughter say she didn't want to ask me, but she was like, "You think we can get Mama some breakfast too?" And in my head, I was like, "Fuck no, let her starve." And then I was like, "Yeah, you can order your mama something too." And I was just, and I my mind had me going there because she put me through so much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was getting child support and my son's disability at the same time. And I'm like, and I wouldn't have known this if this nice lady at Social Security gave me a clue. And I went right there before the judge, and I wrote I went to court. I wrote an order out saying I need a court date. She getting this, she getting that. And then when I got before the judge, she read my order, and then they did a review and found out, yes, she was getting my son's disability. Because she was taking me back and forth like, you got to go get put him on your disability. And I said, no, they told me you have to do it. And then she said, no, I'm telling you, you got to go do it.
Sir, you triggered right now. I need you to calm down.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Breathe. Drink some water. Do something.
That's why I'm
like, can you say
that's why I'm like, this subject is real sensitive to me.
I understand. I need you to breathe, sir. You're not breathing through your words.
I mean, homeboy, you good. You got good. You right. You got good baby mamas. But there's some baby mamas out here, boy. I try to tell you.
So Kevin have a stroke. I actually want to hear from the females because we got the guy perspective on, dealing with child support and how y'all feel, whether from sending money to the trauma with the parents. I mean, the mama's buying shit that ain't they supposed to. What about the receiving end?
What that
look like?
I'll let you go first. There you go.
Who? I'm gonna go last. And my shit's simple as motherfucker.
Mine too.
Your stuff is solid, and just from being your friend and peeping you the way that you and my nephew's dad operate with y'all's co-parenting and things like that, I actually love the dynamic because it's actually really a smooth process. And I do love that. Now, when it comes down to me, I have two kids. I have a 24-year-old. When her father, we were in a relationship, lasted. All of a sudden, he had these pipe dreams, ran off somewhere, and I guess he forgot he had a kid when he ran off somewhere. So when he comes back, we go to child support, which his family told me to put him on child support because my daughter was going to be 2 and he wasn't paying. So I started getting $145. That's what's supposed to be in. And he was supposed to get the medical insurance. Well, yeah, that didn't happen for a good little minute. Her whole 18 years, he never got medical insurance on her. I did that with my jobs that I was working. The $145 was very rare that I got because he would get jobs to pay him under the table to where the money wouldn't be taken out. So I would have to hit him like when income tax come and like say, can y'all go on and garnish that income tax? So he got hip to it after a minute. He got pissed off. One day, my air was already out in my car. He was driving buses at the time. And I was like, say, let me use your car while you out of town. He said his girlfriend needed it. Girlfriend didn't have no job. Okay, cool. But when they took his income tax, he called me to asking me, could I give him the money so he can get his air fixed? Motherfucker, you serious? But my baby been riding hot. She got asthma. I ain't gonna say what I really want to say, but yeah. So the child support was never a consistent thing. And I hate that because for mothers that are taking care of their kids by themselves, if you try to get food stamps, housing, any of that, they factor in that money that you're not getting. And they're like, well, you getting this. No, I'm not. Do you not see this long list where I haven't gotten it? I'm not getting it. That's part of the problem. So that was null and void. By the time she graduated, it dropped down to 140, and he didn't even pay the last few payments. So he was an absent father because he was out here in these streets. He was one of the ones that he been in a relationship and he take care of their kids, but wasn't taking care of his own. My baby daddies, because I do have two, their mindset is she got it. They know the kind of parent that I am. They know that my children are not going to go without. I will bust my ass to make sure my kids have. So their thing is she got it. My son, I don't have a child support order with him because I refuse to go through the bull crap I went with my daughter. His sperm donator, because he only seen him a handful of times by his choice, he had sent a $50 cash app every orange purple moon. That's an 11-year-old boy. Please tell me what $50 is doing for an 11-year-old boy that you may send 2-3 times a month out the year.
He eating that Whataburger.
That ain't even Whataburger. He don't like Whataburger. I tell you, for us, that's a meal at his favorite spot. That's a meal at Wingstop. That's what that is. That's a meal at Wingstop. That's not a pair of shoes for a kid that got wearing a size 7, 8 shoe, depending on what brand it is. That don't do nothing. He sent that for school. Like, what I'm about with this? This wasn't even 5 of his shirts. That wasn't even drawers and t-shirts or socks. Like, dude, I'm doing it by myself. Now, I ain't asked for the 50 because I really don't want the crap. $50 ain't gonna make me or break me. I can go find $50 worth of change in my daddy car. Like, it's not a big thing. But my thing is, I'm not finna go to child support on him because I don't want his assistance. He's not an active person. So that little $50, I just be like, here, we gonna eat your favorite meal tonight. Because I've been taking care of him by myself for the last 11 years. So that $50 is not doing nothing.
Hey, ass waiting to jump in this motherfucker. She over here about to have
I'm just agreeing.
Like, you know, like your presence would be worth a little more. Your presence would be worth more than that $50 because of the skill set that he has with things. Like, he's great. He's a great musician. He's self-taught, taught himself. He can play anything. Pour those skills into our son because he has that musical interest. He wants to learn to play guitar, piano, everything. That skill will be worth more than that $50 that you send. Put that in your gas tank to come down here and see him and spend some time with him. So that's where I am. Next.
Bing bong. Shit.
Go ahead, Pinky. I'm gonna go last. Go ahead.
Look,
I might need a drink.
Mine is about just like T's, and I'm gonna say it now. For the brothers out there that got a problem with their baby mother spending the child support money, you looking at her, I do that. I have 2 of them that are on child support, supposed to be paying. They do not pay on a regular. They pay once a, what you say, blue, purple moon. So you goddamn right, when that little $75 worth of child support come back and you owe me 30-something thousand, when it come, that's my $75. And if I want to go get something with it for myself, I'm going to get something with it. Period. They supposed to pay. They don't pay. I feel like what I do on a regular for my child or my kids, you know, the money that you send does not equal what I do for them on a regular. My kids don't do without nothing for nothing. They got everything they need. So when they send that money, it don't make my kids or break my kids. They don't even know when their daddy send it because they're taken care of. So that's why when I get that little extra, yes, I spends it. I may go get a pedicure with it. May go get my lashes done. Go get me a little t-shirt, something. Yes, I do that. I mean, there's nothing more to it. They don't do anything else to really, well, 2 of them don't do anything else when it comes to the child support factor. So when they send it, it's gone. And when they don't, and my kids still have what they need. There's
lights still on and they still
nothing more to my story. Like, but when it comes to back child support, baby, when you add it together, I'm fucking balling. Balling. I'm waiting for them 6 minutes so I can go to the car lot and be like, this one, and go get my car. Yeah, that's all I got.
Wow. Honey.
Salute.
I'm being
Yes,
honest. I
honey.
get the child support. I kind of forget I get child support. It kind of just sticks over to the side and accumulates because my son's father is highly fucking active. Like, you know, I don't have any baby daddy issues, like zero. Like I don't have any issues. I didn't put him on child support. It was court ordered, you know. So, and like I said, it's the state of Florida is joint custody. So he only pays half of what he would pay if, you know, I had full custody. So, I don't have no baby daddy drama. Like I don't have no issues. Me and my baby dad are actually. I think he think I'm his BFF. Like we have a good relationship. We fall out, you know, and then we don't talk to each other about 3-4 months, and then he come back again. We ain't gonna agree. You know, so I mean, I'm like he do pay child support, but he pays so much more. Like my child support is like barely $400. He'll drop $400 just on 2 pairs of shoes just for because it's Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? My son has fucked up feet. You know, he has to have these orthopedics. So on top of having $150 tennis shoe, he got $1,000 insert in his shoe. You know what I'm saying? But we go half on everything. I guess I was just fortunate in that I got
That's beautiful.
I mean, I got a good baby dad. Got a good baby mom. We don't really we split everything down the middle. Sometimes we don't split shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, because I'm a contractor. Well, I was a contractor, so I'm an IC contractor. So sometimes when my contract ends, it could be 2 months or so before I get another job. So he just pay for everything. Okay. So, and if not, you know, I might pay for. I mean, I have a good situation.
And that's how it should be.
Like, I cannot relate to you guys' situations personally. I don't have it. I got one kid.
Good.
And he don't want for shit. I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick though. My son is 14, right? And y'all was talking about like putting food in the house. My son for his 14th birthday went to a restaurant, and some restaurant down in Orlando. He ordered a tomahawk steak, a lobster tail, and it comes with truffle butter, okay, and like these garlic mashed potatoes. Now his meal alone was damn near $200.
Right.
But his meal, his dad don't blink an eye. He just like God, you know what I'm saying? Then took him to, mind you, I didn't pay for none of this. I didn't spend not a dime, but he still paid child support every month. It come out automatically.
And
that is good. That's good because
that's how it's supposed to be.
Nothing is forced. Everything is flowing smooth like a stream. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's why I'm gonna make y'all mad. You know, even if I got a girlfriend and I'm not working, he'll give me money. I might to be like, you know, he'll be like, okay, he go look at it, because my son goes to school on the other side of town. You know, so it's a good little ways. He'll be like, okay, well, either I'll give you the gas money or I'll just take it. You know, so we got a good little setup. So I can't even relate to y'all situation. I'd be over here like, oh, that's crazy.
That's good. He want to adopt some kids. Shit.
I got a question though. So, honey, when the child came along, did y'all have that conversation, or was it just a natural thing?
It's just natural.
That's good.
So I will say this as like I said, as being her friend and even having conversations with baby daddy and whatever else, like these nuts right here, they like the best of freaking friends. Like they crack jokes, you know, they intermingle when it comes to even with each other's significant other. They do Thanksgiving together. They do Sunday meals. If she's sick, he brings her food. If he's sick, she takes him food, vice versa. They look out for each other. It's just not just the kid, but they look out for each other, because you have to think about it. In these situations where, okay, I am a single mother. When I'm sick and I'm still mothering. I don't get no break. I don't get to woosah and stuff. I still gotta be walking around here with fever, still taking care of a kid.
Yep.
So many of us don't get that that break like that. But in that same aspect, if that's the mother of your child, the father of your child, you should want to make sure that they good. Because if they not good and the kid is seeing it, it's not a good look.
Not good.
So
Definitely agree.
I'm not even gonna go on that. But anyway, let me address the. Let me
go ahead.
Go ahead. Ask the question. Go ahead. Ask the
I was gonna ask Nika and T. If the situation was almost was available to be like Honey situation, would that be good or a good setup or what?
Okay, pause for that. Steve said he has to leave and go hit the plantation. So we ain't gonna make him miss no money because he gotta pay that child support. He got done.
Hey man,
he got shoes to buy.
Oh yeah. Man, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, all of y'all are super dope. Follow me all platforms, Bet the House Podcast everywhere. And y'all, thanks for the invite. Now we got to do this on my side of the way.
Got you. Count it done. Let us know when.
Catch y'all later, man.
All right.
I'm out.
All right. Okay, so to answer your question, at one point in time, me and Nate's dad had that relationship. After we broke up, he moved back. We were trying to help each other out. You know, the relationship that I had with her dad was I moved on the side of town closest to him to where he could be close to her. We lived 2 minutes away. He didn't take those options because, like I said, he was too busy out here in these streets running behind these females. So one of the things that I did with people always look at me crazy was when he had a female and I did Thanksgiving, if my daughter wanted him there, it was an open door invite. You can come, you can bring your girlfriend because I don't want you. It ain't about you. It's about Nate wanting you to be there. So I've had his girlfriends in the house. I've had his girlfriends with the kids in my house, eating up food. It wasn't about me. It was about my child. So yes, if we could go back to that kind of arrangement, which like I said, she's 24, so that's not going to happen. I would very much welcome that. To me, that runs smoother. I don't have a problem with being friends with my baby daddies, but I don't do fuck shit. So when you not do right by your child, it's no holds bar. We can't be friends and you not doing right by your child. I'm seeing you spend money and you taking this kid to Disney World, but your child ain't being taken to Disney World. That's when I have a problem.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nika? I definitely agree with that. I was never given that type of opportunity or that type of relationship to have with mine. One of my kids, the first one was something that, happened in college. So there was never really that real friendship that came out of it. And then with the second one, there was like a relationship and stuff, but we didn't have, it ended bad. So we didn't have that care for each other type of thing. I did not put them on child support because of vindictiveness. I put them on child support for the lack of not doing, the lack of me asking first, and the broken promises that always came after to, yes, I'll send it. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll have it. And it never came. Jace is about to be 5. His dad is not on child support. His dad sends stuff. I feel like not as often as he could or he should, but he's making an effort, so I don't mess with him. The other 2, they didn't do nothing. So yes, I have them on child support. And it stacks up. Would I have loved for them to have that? Yes. Would I have and this is what's so cool about my relationship with my oldest, to show him that it was about time, not the money. I wiped his slate clean. All the back child support, I went to court and was like, erase it. I don't need it. Be here for your daughter. Okay, I'll be there. I'm going to be a better dad. I'm going to be a better man. Thank you. He left that courthouse. He didn't pay a motherfucking thing and didn't even show up for her like he said he would. At that point, I said, your ass is mine, and when I fucking catch you again, you gonna feel me. And now he got that stacks of back pay. Licenses expired. can't get a real job, he can't do nothing because his balls is just, he waiting for the day he finna get locked up. That's not my problem. All you had to do was do right by your daughter. That's it. Would I love to have that dynamic where we could have been there for each other? I would have loved it, to where she would be able to have a relationship with her dad and her siblings, or they, but it wasn't in the cards for me, and that's okay.
And I'd just like to say she scraped that child support balance clean against the advice of her best friend that told her not to do that motherfucking shit.
I just wanted to show him it wasn't about the money. It was a time for his baby. That was a dumbass move. I will never, ever, ever do anything like that.
So you wipe the slate clean.
All back child, and the back child support, I want to say, was it like 8 years worth of back child support?
Yeah, no.
8 years. And I was like, let it go. I was like, wipe it clean.
Wow.
And they were like, so you don't
so
want
they,
it.
So they did it? So they did it. Not in Illinois. Illinois want their money.
They wiped it clean.
And let me address the not stop paying child support for the 16. That's when I found out that
Kevin, breathe.
Calm down, man. My son was about 15 to 16 when I found out that she was getting the child support and the disability. And when I went before the judge, and she was like, "Oh, yes, she's doing this. So we're gonna vacate your child support order." And I could have swore I could have did backflips out of there like the Blues Club. And I was just so happy. And she apologized for the third time. She was like, "I'm so sorry this happened to you, and she shouldn't be doing this, and blah 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 blah." And of course, I was all kind of bitches and bastards on Facebook when she got that letter in the mail saying the child support order had been vacated. So that's why I stopped paying child support early.
Man, I was and I don't get me wrong. I y'all know I deal with I know a lot of people, a lot of women who have kids and go through that, and I understand the frustration. The thing is that overshadows a lot of the times the frustration of the father who's trying to do right by the child, the father who's actually trying to be in the kid's life, doing what he's supposed to, and you just gotta just call it a spade a spade. Mm-hmm. A ghetto ass baby mother who rather run folks through their house, spend up all the money doing some bullshit. So then now you have not only the child hurting, but you got the parent hurting, the parent who's trying to help, they're trying to do right hurting. So now creating a dynamic where not only is it affecting the child and the parents, but it's going to start trickling down to the people that the parents deal with, because you're going to have that type of reaction, i.e. Unplanned pregnancy or whatever, and the next thing you know, oh shit, she gonna put me on child support, and you start having flashbacks and all that shit. So trust me, I truly understand from both angles. It's just that, like I said, it's just not talked about from the male point of view when the man is trying to do right.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah. And it's obvious we have different dynamics too. Like, this isn't the norm. I guess we got a good batch of people that ain't on no fuck shit. But this ain't usually the type of stuff that happens. You know, of course, it's always the bad shit highlighted. So
yeah.
Like Boss Lady.
Boss Lady is on you. I meant to hit a couple of times.
Boss Lady, my baby daddy does not take care of me in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Ma'am, we just have an adult relationship. He does, however, take care of his son to the 10th hour. He does make sure that his son's mama is in good condition when she needs that extra support, because I don't always have a girlfriend. So if I'm not working for whatever reason. And I know, I got to get his child back and forth to school. He's going to have to step up and do something that's traditionally based on this panel out of the norm, which is make sure his baby mom can take care of his baby. So yeah, if you're looking at it like that, then he does take, help me when, I may or may not need it. So yeah. And she's talking about, can we get married? Ma'am, I don't even, you're not even gay. Get away from here. Okay.
Well, I'm not putting nobody's orientation out there. I'll let y'all handle that on the other side.
In the other room.
Yeah, on there. I ain't busting that.
Hey man, I'm in the shopping cart. I can't be out here in these streets now. I'm in the shopping cart.
Okay.
Lord.
You at Walmart?
Say what?
Yeah, Walmart.
I'm in the shopping cart now. We're gonna see if we go through the checkout line. I'm in the shopping cart.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Or they gonna throw your ass on the clearance rack. One of them.
It could be.
Well, they got your ass on layaway, huh?
Pretty much.
Man, I thought you got snatched up.
No.
She said she was trying to say we can all be dope together.
Girl, go head on now. You don't want this life. You don't want these problems. Go head on now and be over there in the straight world. Don't come over here.
Who said she was straight?
Well, in the bisexual world, the gay world, hey, if you ain't over here 10 toes down, don't come over here bother me now.
Y'all is a nut. So as we mentioned, there are good parents, there are bad parents. Point and simple, male, female, whatever. Sometimes one outweighs the other, but that is the thing I notice. When I work with kids and I'm surrounded by kids and I see kids come in certain conditions and I see their mama is dipped to the nines and these babies' shoes and crap is too small or they are falling apart. We had got stimulus like back to back. And this one kid came to the door and he was on the playground playing and his whole bottom of his shoe came off. And I there were some things that I wanted to say because my thing is like, we just got 2 stimulus back to back. Why is this baby don't have no new shoes? And you're not buying name brand shoes. You done went and bought some little Wally World specials, which don't get me wrong, is fine. But if you're spending that low of money on a shoe, why you ain't went and bought these baby no new shoes? They coming in here flooding, shirts too little, but you dressed to the nines and you done went and got a top shelf weave. I have a problem with that. Because I'm always make sure my son is first. My kids come first. I'm going to go without before they do. So that's why when people, she getting her nails done and she getting that. First of all, I grow my own. I keep them short right now, but I grow my own. Yes, I do get my hair done. But I was getting my hair done before any child support was sent in. And since you don't send like you supposed to send, and I have to come out to what would be considered probably the extra, I'm going to do what the fuck I feel. So, yes, sir.
No, I was gonna ask because you made me think of something when you said it. Because a friend of mine, she used to do this because she was in the same situation as you guys. She'll get child support every 4th and 5th February the leap year. So what she would do is she'll take that money and put it in a like something that'll grow for that kid versus stuff like that. Have y'all and not just y'all, just anybody in general heard of that or done that?
Say that again.
So they basically, the money that she got for child support, when she got it, instead of spending it, she'll put it up, set it aside in an account to grow.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't never heard of that.
I've heard of it. I'm not doing it.
Now, by me putting this out loud, I don't know if my baby daddy will see this tonight. So I can't be out here just putting all this information. Okay? Because sometimes, I be needing them couple $100 for whatever reason I be needing it for. But yes, my son's child support goes into a compound interest account, which is why I usually don't spend it. Because I don't definitely necessarily need child support because I have a job that doesn't pay poorly.
I have a couple of accounts open with my son's name on it and my brother's name. So if anything happened to me, my brother can pull the money down and buy him whatever he wants or whatever he needs, or however it's done, and I'll be cool because I'll be dead and gone, and I wouldn't make me no damn difference no way. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I do.
What's the other C?
I was about to ask that.
Co-parenting, which we've kind of already jumped into.
Let me ask y'all something with the co-parenting. Because of the dynamics of my situation, you know, so I usually sometimes when the moon is purple and the lines and the stars and everything, and we ain't in astrology season because the time come back and to move forward. I have a girlfriend, and you know he has a sniff or whatever. So co-parenting. What if it's the other person's person when you're talking about co-parenting? So for example, D, let's say your baby mama got another dude she messing with, girl, I don't know what the dynamics are. How do you feel about that person co-parenting your child with them?
I don't mind.
You don't mind.
Here's the thing, and this is why I always say this. I expect that to happen. The problem I have the only problem I would have if it's abusive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm used to I grew up, a village raises a child. My entire neighborhood in South Florida raised every kid in there. So I'm used to that. I'm used to getting your ass whooped by the neighbor. Oh, I'm gonna tell your mama, you didn't get your ass whooped by the mama. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell your daddy like that. So I can understand, like, hey, if her significant other is like, say, hey, you ain't supposed to do that, and he whoop your ass, and I find out, okay, did you do wrong? Yes. What did you do? And I find out, hey, that's on you, partner. But now, if it's just you going around smelling like weed, booty, and Hennessy, and you beating up on kids, then I got a motherfucking problem.
Mm-hmm. Just a weed, booty, and Hennessy.
Yeah, you see my face. I'm like,
right?
Well, it wasn't any I couldn't say co-parenting on her behalf, but my stepdaughter did tell me one time that the dude that she was dating or whatever told her that she was fat and she ate too much and this and that. Yeah, I was on the next thing down there smoking, and before you know it, I was in the house telling dude, don't you ever fucking talk to my damn stepdaughter like that ever again. Don't you ever talk to her like that again. I was like, she can eat the fuck she want to. Because at that time, I was sitting extra down there. But, yeah.
I will say I had to do that, though.
Yeah, the whole co-parenting thing, man. It's just, in my world, it don't even exist. And there's reasons behind that, too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel that I wanted that as well, but it takes two to co-parent. So when you have one parent doing 99.9%, and that, it's not co-parenting. I know that y'all know me, so y'all know what my schedule looks like from week to week. Week to week, we're in therapy. We have therapy appointments. We have meetings at the school, if it's season for IEPs. We have doctor's appointments and all these other appointments with specialists. So I'm constantly running. I took him to the doctor just for his refill appointment the other day, and his doctor was like, so when the last time he been to get his glasses? I was like, Tuesday, he getting new ones. But when the last time he did that? He went to the dentist on Thursday. He had therapy on Tuesday and Thursday, and he's like, damn. He literally was like, damn. I was like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, he had everything hits around this time, time for the 6 months for the dentist. time for, the eye specialist, time for, everything hits, and that's still his regular appointment. So I'm always I'm always moving. I'm always running, and I am
Single parents be stressing me out.
Yeah, I mean, and I am doing it by myself. I have no help when it comes to Asante. Nobody's coming to take him to help him with appointments. Nobody's doing, like, I am Wonder Woman 10.0. I'm doing it for my child. And I do that because not only that, I'm his mother. Mm-hmm. And for me to get him to where he needs to be and where I would like him to be, was just to be a functioning, prosperous adult in life, I have to make sure I'm providing all the tools and getting him everything that he needs to be there. And if I waited on somebody else to do it, it'll never get damn done. So
let me tell you how y'all be making me feel. Because
that's one thing.
Oh, go ahead, kid.
That's one thing I love about T. She be on it. I mean, she don't play. And as Honey say, she say she got police number on standby. But I'm not gonna let this. I'm not gonna let this pop my fuse. But it's been times where I've tried to help. I researched stuff. I said, well, you can take him to this. Well, I went there, and you can take him to that. I'm not going there. And then I did, and then I'm doing this from Chicago down in Georgia. And I'm just like, wow. I said he would have got more help if she would have stayed her ass up here. And we could have did this together. But I said it's a wrap now.
Yeah, see?
So, because my son, I believe this. And one of my buddies said this years ago. He said, I think your son can talk. I don't think he talk around her, because if she knew that he could talk, she'd really be talking his ass. So and I said, and I started laughing. I said, but you probably got it right. So how he communicates now is with a message board.
Oh, he got the message. Is it the tablet or it's
like a tablet. It's like a tablet. So if you ask him, if I say, hey, Hassani, how you doing? And he'll press it. He was like, good. And then if I ask him what he wants to eat, it's got pictures of stuff on there. Like he want to eat like chicken, hamburgers, fries, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did not like is when I was asking him these questions, instead of her giving him a second to let him find what he wants to say, she was like, right here, Hassani, right here. Here you go. This is what you say. And I get tired of her babying this dude. But anyway, I applaud T. That young man that you raising is gonna do great.
T be making me feel bad. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. She make me feel bad because the shit that she do, I can tell you how bad this is. I don't like to drive. Okay. My son goes to school 30 minutes away from where we live. It is a 2-hour trip to school every morning. Okay. With traffic and everything. All right. I be mad because I be want to go to sleep. Okay. I don't like my sleep broken. And I just feel like sometimes I be like, I need you to call a Lyft or something, because I want to go to sleep. But T do all this stuff in a just a 10-hour day. She's done 77 things, and I'm over here in this little office chair spinning around, doing absolutely nothing. Because now I'm bored because I ain't got shit to do because I work from home. I did a little work, make them think I did something. I ain't really did nothing, but just move the mouse. And they, single parents, y'all do all this stuff for y'all kids, especially if they have some type of special needs. It's like y'all are fucking super women, and I commend that all day because I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yep.
When my son turns 15 this year, the day after his birthday, he in driver's ed because I'm tired of driving. I'm sick of this shit. I don't work for Lyft. I need him to run to the stove because I need some black pepper.
He is He is getting up there, boy. He was
Yeah.
just jumping on
Yeah.
your bed. He was just jumping on your bed. Now you talking about putting this dude in the car.
Putting
Let
in
me
the
tell you
work.
something. My son is almost 6 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He wears a 13 shoe. Mind you, the
Oh,
little
yeah,
the little inserts in his shoe, every time his foot changes, his size changes,
You
the
got to
prosthetic
change.
has to be changed.
that's the
That's
grown man.
$1,000 or more every time his feet change.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord.
Absolutely, he needs to drive to the damn
Yep.
store.
Wrong.
Yep.
My
Because
chest
he
hurt.
got them insoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he got them
Yeah.
inserts. Or you got a young grown man there.
I'm telling you, me and Nika was talking about yesterday. Ivy was going to her banquet, and I was like, I'm not ready. Like, I remember when she was just a little bitty girl, and I'm like, I'm not ready. And then I start thinking about everybody else that I'm attached to, and how their kids are just like, the kids is getting out, like they growing and they getting out the way. Like Daryl got his one out the way. Pinks is finna have one coming out the house. Nay's grown already. Zay ain't coming up close behind. You know, everybody's kids is like, and it's like, oh Jesus, time is really,
And that's
really
where
going.
you all can applaud yourself. And even though you can't see it, you are doing a job. Let's address the kicking the kids out of the house at 18.
Man, when he said that, I think everybody got the twitching like this. Like we kind of touched that before when we talked about generational curses. That is that kicking your kid out at the age of 18, get out of my house. That is a freaking generational curse.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if you think
that kid getting kicked out and is not equipped, not ready for the world, because we know how the world is. You know how the world changes year to year, day to day. Like,
so what does kicking out the house mean? Like, because this is then hold on, let me explain. Because when I used to think the same thing, like 18, you on your own, blah 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 blah. I used to think about it, because I used to look at how my grandparents was too. However, ... As I dug deeper into it, it really wasn't them getting kicked out the house. They let them leave, made them leave, yes, but there was always the door was always open to come back. If say you fell on hard time, yeah, you couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
I still don't think that's appropriate.
Nah.
At 18, they're just now coming from under our wing of, now I'm an adult. I know when I hit 18, I fucked up a lot of shit. Just off the fact that I'm 18 now, I'm able to go and do and live and do my own thing. So, I mean, why not let them stay while they find themselves and like build something and have something? Like, we're kicking them out after school where they probably working at McDonald's, working at Popeyes, not enough to really sustain life, making them go out, finding
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like, if they're doing, okay, I'm gonna use myself as an example. So, freshman year, when I got full custody of Trey, his freshman year, we had a conversation. I said, look, you got these options. You can either go to college. All right. If you can get a job, start working, go to the military, or go back to your mother. I said, but what you're not gonna do, and what you gotta realize is, you're not just gonna graduate from high school and be sitting your ass on the couch.
That makes sense. Okay.
And I'm like, so you gotta pick a plan, and whatever you choose, we'll start to build on it. And that's what we did. His sophomore year, had the same conversation. His sophomore year, when his grades started fucking up, I'm like, look, your options are starting to run out. Like, you got 2 years to understand what you got coming on. So fast forward to his senior year, he was like, well, his junior year, he was like, Dad, I want to go to college. All right, cool. So we did the college thing. Fast forward, COVID hit. He ain't like college. So I said, okay, now these are your options that are left. You can either find a job or find a job, come with me to Korea, or go home or go to the military. And he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna give college one more try, one more semester." I said, "All right, cool." But those are your options left after that. So fast forward, he was like, "College ain't for me." So I said, "All right, what you gonna do?" And which I commend him and I love him to death for doing this because he's a man. He took his first step into manhood. He's like, "Dad, I'm not going home to my mom." He said, "I'm not." He said, "I'll go in the military before I do that."
So he's in the military?
Yeah, he's in the Air Force now, which I would not let him come in the Army. Hell to the no.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now he's in the military, and now and again, I told him the door's still open. If like after 4 years you like, I don't want to keep doing this military thing, all right, you can come home to figure it out. But you're just not gonna sit on the couch.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's great. That's great how you did that. That's great how you did that because options and career choices and all of that shit wasn't discussed with me at all.
And that's why I did it, because it wasn't for me. Luckily, I had football to fall back on. Because like if I was smarter, I should say, and listened to people who were actually in the sport, my life would have took a different direction. But I still had football to fall on, and so I got out the house using football. If I didn't have football, I probably would have been in the same situation.
But you gave him the option too, so that's good.
Right.
You gave him a chance to figure it out.
Yeah,
I have a problem with the parents who don't let their kids figure it out, and it's like 18. Get a job. Again, Whataburger, McDonald's. I'm not knocking that for nobody, but for 18 years old to push them out there and say, now you got that job, you own your own, that's not right.
That's what, but see,
like, give them the opportunity to figure it out. They may not be a person that wants to go to college. I got one in my house right now that says, "Mom, I don't want to go to college." I don't knock her for it. I'd rather her say now she don't want to go to college and not fuck off money on student loans or fuck off my credit and my money than to go because she feels the pressure like, oh, that's what I have to do.
Like that's
Let's figure it out. Long as you're doing something to progress your life. Like you're out there getting the experiences. You laying on my couch, what you not gonna do. But if you going to school, going to a trade school, trying to find a job or doing something to move ahead, by all means, if you got to be here until you 25, I'm going to allow you as your mother to get your shit together, have your credit together, have you some money and a car, reliable, anything that you need, have it before you go out there on your own and life bust your ass. And
I think it's a child too, though. The child makes a difference on, hey, getting out at 18, because me and my brother are polar opposites. My parents did not push me out the door. To this day, like they said, that door is still open. If I want to go back home, and I'm a little older than I am, probably I'm maybe like 30-ish, you know what I'm saying, like 29, 30-ish right now. But what I'm saying is I left home at 18. I left home at 18 and I ain't been back, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm completely different from brother. I have a lot of drive, a lot of ambition. I set goals, I get them accomplished. Like I'm that person. So and I don't let me sit here and make y'all think I didn't fuck up as an 18, 19, 20-year-old, because there's a lot of things that your parents couldn't teach you because they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So those things were learned along the way. Life will kick your ass, but you learn those lessons the hard way and you stop fucking up. My brother is about to be 26 in 2 weeks. This man will not leave my mama's house. Do you hear me? He will not leave. My brother just got his first job in January?
Oh, damn.
They paid for his schooling. My brother has a degree. They paid for his schooling out of pocket so that he wouldn't have student loans. Me, on the other hand, I have 3 degrees and it was over $100,000 in student loan. Because I was kind of like, your first kid is almost like your fucking baby. You know what I'm saying? My brother has never had to work. He chose to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Just because, it's raining today, I figure I'll find me something to do. So he chose to, go to work because he finished school and he didn't work for another damn near almost 2 years. After he finished college.
Damn.
You know, now he has a job, but I asked my son, I used to ask my brother, would you want to come live with me? Whatever, find you a job, doing da. My brother said, no, I'm not leaving my mama. And he ain't left. Will he ever leave? Absolutely fuck not. He's gonna have to find him a wife. His wife gonna have to detach him from my mama titty in order for him to get out of that damn house. In my opinion, he's not gonna leave his mom. But then some boys are very attached to their moms, and some, not all. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, I think, depends on the child, because I was up in that. You know.
Yeah, because that was my fear.
Nope. I have free rent. My mom washed my clothes. She cooked my food. You know, he all about, you know, being taken care of, and I'm all about taking care of somebody else. Because
but you still a brat, so we ain't gonna even go there though.
No, absolutely. I can absolutely call and be like, "Hey, I can't pay whatever, or I want to get this, but I don't want to spend my money." Yeah,
they'll she's telling the truth. I done been on the phone. She telling the truth.
But Mama, she said, I don't want to spend my money.
She didn't want to spend her money. I promised to God, I heard her. I've been on the phone.
Y'all need another sibling?
I made more than her parents combined.
To her mama.
Wait,
mama,
so
I know I got it,
so
but
you
I
get
don't want my money. I was like, what?
So you get money from your parents? You can get money from your parents and your baby daddy. Oh boy, you a lucky son of a gun.
Yeah, I can, but I mean, I don't need it. But it was just to show T. Me and T was having a conversation, and I was like, I really don't have to spend my money. I don't have to. So I was like, you know, I called him. And,
I told her she's a brat. I said, you a big old brat. No, I ain't. But watch this, Mom. So I seen this comforter set that I want. It's like $100 and such dollar. It's a so and so thread count. Blah blah blah. And she said, don't you have your own money? Yeah, but I don't want to spend it. I want to spend yours. And she said, so where is it? She sent her all the information. She said, okay, I'll order it tomorrow.
The fuck?
You brat.
Give me some.
Like I said,
oh yeah,
brat.
She's spoiled.
Spoiled rotten. And then she'll turn around and call the daddy and do the same thing with something else.
My pops is a little bit more difficult to maneuver because that nigga there tight with that coin. You know, I had to give a dissertation as to why I need, you know, but what's crazy is my son will call and ask for something and it'll be in the mail by 5 o'clock, be in the business. But I got to give a goddamn fucking report that includes a PowerPoint presentation with his ass. But
you want to talk shit. Don't talk shit about your son and how he do it when you can do it too.
I can do it with my mom. My dad's
still
harder.
Yeah,
but
she still end up with it.
But on flipping,
my ex-wife used to get mad at me.
I do take care of my mom. Like she has her own account where she can just swipe, because she knows she doesn't work. So, you know, I pay it for her. I give it back. It ain't.
And I love that you do that.
I take care of my mom, and I hate her. If I can take care of my woman, I know damn well I can take care of my mom.
So that's a good point, though. So that's a good point when it comes to parenting. Because you always see the memes where they'll have the two parents holding the hand of the little child, and then at the bottom of the meme, they had a child holding the hands of the two elderly parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's another aspect of parenting, because the adage is as you get older, you go from a child to an adult back to a childlike state.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to take care of your parents.
Yeah.
And I've done that. My dad, like when my dad had his gastric surgery, it was one of the weirdest things because my ass had just had arm surgery on my arm for carpal tunnel. I just had Santi. So Santi was about 8 months. So here I am, one arm in it, taking care of baby, and I had to take care of my dad after his surgery. You know, he had to, be cleaned up, bandages done, and everything like that. He needed a bath on a regular basis. So I had to do that for my dad. I've had to do it for my mom when she's had surgery.
My dad now. My brother can't do that.
Hey, when you don't have nobody to do it, hey, that's my daddy. I had to do what I had to do to take care of him. And that's even the same thing as like when Santi had his surgery. You know, he's a boy. So his thing is like, wait, yeah, that's my baby. That's what I'm like. I changed your diaper. I wiped
my child bigger than me. I did him.
Exactly. But he was like, I had to explain the process after, as far as the medication and stuff like that. And he was like, we're gonna have to talk about this because Mom, I'm like, boy, I'm your mother. Point blank, period. If you can't, then I am. That's the same thing I told like Nay. Nay was like, yeah, I feel him. Girl, I am your mama. If you used to have a baby, I'm saying if you can't take care of yourself and you need help, I am your mother. That is my job. It don't expire when you turn 18.
My mom wouldn't come take care of me though. She was like, she can't deal with that. You know, she talking about the way her stomach set up. You know, she didn't want to have to help me and then throw up on me and stuff like that. Like, you know, my mom got her nerve bad, her stomach weak. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't. When I had my surgery, she couldn't take care of me. You know, she said she couldn't. I don't know if she would have if she didn't have a choice. If I didn't have other means of help,
I think she would. I believe she would.
I think she would.
I believe she would.
Even though you,
my mom repacked my wound, and I didn't even think she would do it. And she turned into Nurse Joyce and repacked my wound, and I was like, okay. She said, yeah, I see the hole and it's draining, and I was like,
my mom can look at that. I sent her pictures of my wounds, and she was just like, I'm gonna delete you out my phone. So I don't know if she would have been able to you know, take care of me, because I was in piss poor shape. I was like a newborn. You know what I'm saying?
She would, because I tell you this, and I tell you this even from my own personal experience, Father God, as a mother, and I'm not saying this qualifies for all mothers because I know that it doesn't, but as a mother, you find yourself doing a lot of things that you said you wouldn't do when it comes to your child.
I'm gonna call my mama after this and put her ass on speakerphone.
You know what?
I'm here for it because I want to know.
Because, like, y'all know my issue. I don't do elevators.
Mm-hmm.
And the last 2 months, I've had to be an elevator riding ass for Asante. Because guess what? You know, you can't go down the stairs in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to
it'd be interesting.
It would. You know.
He was in a wheelchair?
You know, when after you have surgery and they bring you down and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, you know, ain't nothing like climbing 5 flights of stairs up and down. I didn't have to do that before when I had surgery because I wouldn't get on no damn elevator. I'm climbing like 10 flights of stairs. But, you know, you can't do your kid like that. So I've had to suck her up and get my ass on the elevator, and it was not my choice. But because I have my child, I've had to suck her down and do it. Parents make sacrifices, and I wish sometimes these kids understood the sacrifices that we make as parents. Because man, I don't even think that
they do.
I don't know, because I told my mom after she told me she wasn't taking care of me and she couldn't, whatever the case may be. You know, if something happens to her, I'm still gonna take care of her because I'm gonna sacrifice, you know, the money that I could delegate to go, you know, travel the world, and I'm gonna put her in the finest facility that money can buy.
You know what?
I'm gonna put her in the finest facility that I can find.
I wish I could push you right now.
Hey, but why you playing? Some of them facilities is nice.
Yeah,
they all right. And then she got my brother. She got my brother there. He ain't leaving him.
He ain't leaving. He gonna be there too as a roommate, huh?
Hell yeah. When I say my mama had to go to the nursing home, they gonna
be right in tow. They're gonna be
right there with her.
Bunk beds.
Yeah.
You right there with her.
Yeah.
Find this facility. Get a little money over there. I got her.
Yeah, but you do. I mean, as a parent, you sacrifice, and like you said, is as our parents are starting to get older, because now my parents are in their 60s, and I just look around and I just be like, okay, when this happened,
I'm starting to feel the pinch of it.
Exactly.
Really
so
Joyce Joyce be tripping some days, boy. Ooh, we. I already told my brother, you better take her down there to Texas for about a week or two, bro. She's like, I ain't getting on no plane. He could take a wheelbarrow and go down there. That as long as you go.
Yeah, because you
Well,
have
like,
them
since she going to
moments.
bed, since we can't be together.
Lord,
Since y'all can't be together, she going to bed.
Lord,
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. But I mean, true that. I mean, I think about my parents getting old. I see my dad, and I definitely treasure every moment I get with my dad. Like that's yeah. I treasure every moment with my dad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
I
do.
know, boy.
I'm a.
There's some times we had that chat, boy. But you a daddy's girl.
I am. I love my dad beyond measure. I do. I'm a daddy's girl to the fullest. Besides, despite everything, I'm a daddy's girl. I do. And you know, I have to share him with all my wonderful sisters, but I love my sisters as well. But well, sisters and brothers. In case Mark is looking. But no, I have to share him with all my siblings. But I do. I love my dad to pieces. But we those sacrifices that we make as we grow older with our children that we've made over the years. Hopefully their selfish behinds will realize the sacrifices that we made, because baby, we could be in Cancun, cooning, Jamaica, getting my groove back and everything else. But I will say this. I give Asante the biggest credit, because when he does his therapy, one of the therapies he has for autism, ADD, the depression, anxiety, stuff like that, every episode, every meeting that they have, he has to list 3 reasons on why he's grateful or thankful. And I can normally overhear the conversations, and he always say, I'm thankful for my mom.
Oh my God, that might melt my little heart. And I ain't got 3 strings.
And how much, and for her taking care of me because she's doing it by herself. And he always says that, and I hear him, and I hear his therapist, and he's like, yeah, mom does a good job, and it's good that you're able to know that. And if it's something else during the week, yeah, she took me to all my appointments, or whatever. So I'm glad also that he's mindful of what I do for him, because our kids, me and Pinks just had this conversation this week. Our kids sometimes think that we owe them things, that, oh, you're supposed to give me this cell phone, you're supposed to this. No, that is a bonus, because the only thing we're really supposed to do is make sure you have a roof over your head, you're clean, you got clothes on your back, and you getting a good meal, and that your behind is going to school. The extras that we do is on us.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, they feel like, yeah, they got that thought process, and I'm like, no, that's not what it is, and that's not how it goes. So the mindfulness, and even like last week when we had the conversation, and we had Marcellus on with the the stuff about the alopecia and stuff like that. Like, in this world, we really need to practice mindfulness, empathy, and sympathy, because a lot of people don't do that. And we're just not aware of situations and things, because sometimes we're just all wrapped up into ourselves. So, it's one of them things. I'm glad that he's aware and he's knowing those things even at his age, because he'll randomly just come up to me. I can be cooking dinner, and he'll just come kiss me on the cheek, and he'll just tell me thank you. And he just melts and pulls at my heartstrings, because I'm like, I'm thankful that you do that you are aware of what mommy does, because I know as a parent, I do above and beyond a lot of what a lot of parents would do. So, yeah, definitely. And I've been parenting my mama since all my life, so that's like I got 3 kids.
I tell you, it get hard to parent these parents.
Man, parents. Ooh, boy.
They don't listen. They don't remember nothing. They don't read.
Yeah, none of that. They don't. Yeah, they be like, "Can you fix this?" Like I promise, my mama tell me every time I turn around that I should be working at Sprint or somewhere because I keep having to fix her phone because she didn't knock the volume off of it, the notifications, locked herself out of Facebook.
$99. That is tech support.
Mate, I be like again. Like for real. I'll be like, for real, again. Yeah, them phones, these parents and the dang on cell phones, they need to have an age limit that you cannot get a smartphone once you a certain age.
But
Because
they need a jitterbug.
Man, they just need
Thank
a
you.
regular
That's
phone.
what they need to keep.
A jitterbug.
His eyes are squinting.
Yeah, all my mama do is play games on her phone. I bet you right now she's playing a game.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't paying attention to nothing.
Yep. You already know.
I went to Bath and Body Works. That was about an hour and a half. My mama was still in the same position when I got back home on the couch playing a game. I'm like, you ain't moved an inch.
Oh my gosh.
I wish Amazon would just go dark one day. That might be my mama have a goddamn stroke. Because all she do is sit on her iPad and add shit to her Amazon cart. Oh, well, listen.
Yeah.
Go look at this. You don't even need that.
Yeah.
IKEA, Amazon, just sit there all day.
Man, look. FedEx, Amazon, what's the other one? Them people come to our house so much. The guy told me from FedEx, he said, man, y'all be getting a lot of packages. He said, but I ain't gonna complain because y'all keep me with a job. Because somebody gets a package damn near every day. Every day. Sometimes 2-3 packages every day. She a shopaholic.
To be loved.
For real. No, you didn't. No, you didn't hit it with the to be loved. No, you didn't. So, if y'all got an outro, go on and shoot it. We can get ready to close out because y'all know we didn't hit that 2 hour mark as usual.
I about to say that's a long ass 2 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
I was trying to be.
All right, my outro is gonna be here. For anybody watching, I need y'all to have better pussy management. Okay.
Amen.
I need y'all niggas to have better dick management. Okay. I need you to pull out game to get better. Okay.
Darrell keeps saying I'm a pimp.
You are.
Amen.
You know, I'm gonna need Pinky to stop spending her child support money to get these little twirls in her hair because I see she got hair.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, don't flick too hard. That shit gonna fall off.
I whip my hand back and forth.
No, he didn't. Oh,
nah, but for real though, like I think this is like a pretty good topic tonight. I think we got some good point of views from both the men, you know, and the females. Yeah. Apparently, I'm like a unicorn within this whole situation.
Yeah.
But, I definitely commend the men for stepping up and taking care of their kids, you know, despite the bullshit that the baby mamas put them through. And I do commend the females who are single parents who out here grinding and getting it with or without the child support. So I'm gonna commend y'all both because all I do is really spin around in my chair, my work chair. I'm do a whole lot.
Oh, shit.
My child is parenting himself, to be honest with y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, then I guess I'll kind of piggyback off of Honey. I know a lot of times people out there will talk about all the negative sides. People without kids will hear this shit and men will be like, yeah, baby mama this, and it just gives this whole negative about it, just going into and wanting to have, I guess, kids. And it's like, it's not like that with everybody, y'all. Like, I feel like, yeah, sometimes there are red flags. Sometimes you will see a woman or a man, you know, they already mismanage their money when y'all together in a relationship. What makes you think they ain't gonna mismanage shit then? There is dynamic to it that we all avoid shit that we probably have seen. But don't feel like one person's situation is gonna be your situation. Like, everybody's shit is different. People, like with the whole child support thing, what they do with the child support money, you never know what's going on to be able to judge what that mother does with her child support. That's why I clarified. I don't get shit, so when I do, I'm gonna spend that shit, the little coins, you know, put it in a whatever, and I'll make it do what it do. Don't judge me for it. And the same thing with these other mothers that spend that money. You never know on the back end what she's been doing without that father.
Except Black China on her line there.
Oh, well,
Dad.
I wish I could get a setup like that.
You can't get out of fuck with a different type of nigga.
Man, I had bad pussy management skills because I should have waited on the baller. God damn. Okay.
No, you should have waited on it. No, that's see.
Hush. If that's what I want to say, that's what I want to say. This is my outro.
That's her outro. How you gonna tell her what to say on her outro?
Y'all about to trigger D. Don't trigger him because he about to bring that.
You be in the same situation talking about he ain't shit because you ain't getting no child support.
What I just say? What if that's what I want to do with my coochie? That's what I want to do with my coochie.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes,
so
right.
like I said, I should have waited on the
coochie. Go ahead.
Trying to manage my shit. Okay, proceed.
All right, next.
I want to commend all the mothers out there who's doing what they supposed to be doing for their children, regardless of whether the father is in the child's life or not. And I want to commend all fathers out there who are doing what they are supposed to do. And whether the child's mother, your child's mother, is holding your child against them or not, because that's a whole different ball game right there. But life is this is one of the parts where somebody should have sat down and told you about life, this part in life, but this is all part of learning. It is what it is, and just make the best decision for you. That's all I can say. That's my outro.
All right. You gonna be calm enough for your outro? Because y'all got some healing to do.
No, I ain't got no healing because I'm good because
I was on here emotional.
Yeah, I mean,
emotional damage.
We love Carl Thomas though. We
do.
But
we all right.
So here's part of my outro and a response to what you just said. Like I said earlier, you always hear about the dudes who ain't doing shit. And I totally 100% agree with y'all. I say it all the time. My heart pumps frozen peanut butter for motherfuckers like that. So I don't care about dudes that don't do what they supposed to. You fucked her, you got her pregnant, you supposed to take care of your family. That's called being responsible for your actions. So when you put them on child support, I have no qualms about it. However, we don't talk about the ones that do for their kids, the ones that have to fight tooth and nail for just to see their child on their birthday or Christmas, shit like that. When the mother changes phone numbers and shit like that, and you still looking, we don't talk enough about that. We don't shine enough light on that. We just talk about the dudes when they doing shit. Let's talk about the raggedy mothers. Honey, real talk. You and your situation are an example of how it's supposed to be done. Like, if y'all need to do a class, something, go to FAU, FIU, become professors on co-parenting 101, 102, 304, all that shit, because that's how you be productive, and that's how you create an environment for kids to grow, to really, really, truly prosper. And that's what we should be doing as a community, not just a Black community, just as a community in general. And last but not least, for everybody listening, hey, again, everybody said it, coochie management. Know who you laying down with. Know that if it goes sour, goes wrong, what's gonna be the outcome? If they don't like you tomorrow, will you see your kids, or will they support your kids? And yeah, as you can tell, I'm triggered. I'm still 38 hot thinking
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Kevin both. Y'all need to go drink
Baby.
some water or
But
something.
If I could hug y'all, right about now, I sure would. Cause woo.
But I'm thankful
I'm not
because
hugging y'all because y'all heard about COVID.
I'm thankful because the situation has given me a child. I get to at least get to watch him grow and step into the man. Well, he's starting to step into the man that I see, and I saw his first cry. So that's my outro.
That was humble.
Yeah, very much. So let me see how good this might show. Dang, it ain't gonna show. I was gonna be. That's why they don't want me to be petty today, because I was gonna show that $50 cash app from October, and he been waiting on that birthday, and that birthday and Christmas was promised to send another $50. We ain't got it because we don't need it, because we still gonna eat Wingstop tonight. So anyway, definitely I thank y'all for coming on tonight. I know this is a touchy subject, but I also knew that we could handle it and talk about it, and it needed to be discussed, because all baby daddies ain't bad, all baby mamas ain't bad, but in every bunch there's a bad apple. That don't mean the whole bunch is bad. We are good. So there are some mothers here that do care for and love their kids, just as there's some, dads that do as well. So I salute you also, because I know when you have a difficult parent that it's not easy. It makes it more complicated. Asante told me the other day, we riding in the car going to an appointment, and he said, if you don't turn it down, we finna have a whole problem. Get your nephew, honey. Get your nephew, honey. So he goes and he tells me, he said, Mom, I can't wait till you find you a good husband so that and I'm like, okay. And I said, so when he said this, I said, well, baby, one of the things you need to do is you need to start praying. And he's like, because I would like to have a good dad that wants to be around me and is not working all the time. And I was like, damn. So when he started saying his prayers that night after we talked about it, and I said, son, so what did you, how did you do your prayer, whatever? Because, we're getting back into it in essence. He has an interest. And he said, well, I prayed for you a good husband. I said, but I thought you said that you wanted a dad, somebody to be around this and this. And he said, well, if you get a good husband, that means he's going to automatically be my dad and be good to me too.
That's a good interracial family. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so when I tell you the way I'm sitting over here, I didn't hit boohoo tears already. And I'm like, this kid got more sense at 11 than some folks.
Mouth of babes.
I ain't gonna even put them on blast. But
yeah, they're fuck nigga that be trying to holler at you.
Ooh, we ain't gonna even go that part. So we gonna keep letting him have his prayer and his moment, and gonna manifest that for his mama, because it's past due time. But that is something that I want for my son, because as he gets older, this is a boy. Mommy can't handle everything. So definitely pray that comes. But to those parents, stay in the fight. Don't give up. Parenting is one of the hardest but most rewarding things in life. Like if you don't, I'm gonna hit you. My nephew is awesome. Don't let me hit you. But and it is, and I love my babies to infinity and beyond, despite who I had them with. Those are my babies.
I like my roommate too.
So you know what? This nut. So
your broke roommate.
And if you see him, man, that's a whole grown man for real. He looked like he 18 already. Like, dude, I was like, what happened? I be looking at him too, like, what happened to the? That's a whole grown man. He's
a grown man here that calls me mama. I don't know where
he be in there cooking up stuff. I'll be like, what you cook? I'm gonna put that on the menu. Yeah, putting that on the menu. He be doing it to it. So I love the babies growing and prospering. What?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Kevin agreed. Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna raise my blood pressure not dealing with goddamn thing one thing.
Anyway, so in that, I wish much prosperity and love to those parents that are out here in these parental streets doing what they're supposed to do. I salute and all that. I thank Smash from Bet the House for joining us, so he could stop harassing us on the cool, like we've been waiting, like holding him off for like 2 years or so. So yeah, definitely love and appreciate that come through. Yeah. Next week, because of course it is April and we celebrate autism awareness, we do have next week's topic will be mothering autism. So I will have another collaboration from our IG family come on. I'll have Kim from Meet the Tylers podcast coming on. So we're going to talk about it. We've been chopping it up quite a bit. So she's in a place where I used to be. So it's like, I get it. So we're going to have those discussions, and it's probably going to be another tear-jerking session with some, these little moments, because you know how we are as parents. We mama and papa bears, and we want our kids to be good and to be the best versions of themselves that they can be. So on that note, we are out. I thank my guests for coming on. Much love as always. Yeah, we out. Y'all have a good night. Tune in next week. Oh, by the way, I will also be dropping. Don't be looking like that. I also will be dropping the podcast website onto the media streams and platforms that we are on. We are on more streaming items. I'm waiting for one more to come through, which take it too long. They must be on Supreme Black People time. But we are on more platforms. And like I said, I've been working on the website for the last 24 hours, and I personally love it. I love it. Everybody will be able to, the guests will be able to sign in on there as guests when you're interested in being on an episode. If you have suggestions as well as feedback, whatever responses, you can leave that on the voicemail. You can also leave, all the little five star reviews and everything on there. So it is a lot on the website that you will be able to do, which takes a little more pressure off of me and my co-host, because we've been busting ass lately with the new stuff. So if you haven't peeped some of the new animations and stuff we have going on, I don't know where y'all been in the last week, but check it out. But much love as always, and we out.